needs a little less foam. Alright, Homebrew review time. I'm rocking my hood game, getting ready for Star Wars. I figure if I'm gonna drink like a Jedi, might as well look like a Jedi. Prickly Pear Pale Ale from Under the Table Brewing. This was brewed, I believe, it's probably got to be close to a year ago now. A pale ale with a boatload of prickly pear juice. If you dig back through Under the Table's videos, there's some videos of this beer being brewed. I know it really intrigued me when I first saw it. I've had a couple prickly pear beers. One from a little brewery in Montana that I really liked. So I kind of bounced some comments back and forth with Nate, and lo and behold, a year later, Prickly Pear Pale Ale. There you go. So I poured this a minute ago, and I believe the prickly pear has perhaps fermented in the bottle just a tick. Because she's carbonated, that's for sure. But what we do get is good. You get big fruit out of it right away. I don't know exactly what prickly pears taste like, but I imagine it's this. It's kind of like a ripe, like almost a nectarine coming off of this through the 19 miles of foam on top of it. Oops. Let me let this de-foam a touch, and I'll come back to you. Okay, let's try this again. Whatever you guys did, you've got the head retention game fucking nailed. So right away, I get tangerine, but like a tangerine peel, like the pithy, like you get the like citrusy bitterness out of this. It's a nice smelling beer. There's some age on it, but it's held up. It's good. There's this like the slightest pink tinge to the foam on this too, and if you can see, I mean it's a fairly normal amber color, but there's a definite pinkish red tinge in it. It's a nice smelling beer. Cheers, guys. Right away, there's a clean, little bit lingering bitterness right at the front, and then there's a kind of a flood of tart fruit that follows that. It finishes bitter, but it doesn't stick around forever. Phone. One moment, that's probably my wife. So anyway, wherever I was saying, or who knows. There's a definite citrus twinge to this beer, which some of it I think is probably the hops. I don't know what it's hopped with. But there's a definite citrus peel twinge to this beer that I really like. And then it's kind of followed by an almost juicy fruitiness, but you can tell that 6 months ago or 4 months ago, however long ago, that juice character I bet came out way stronger. I like this beer. It could be slightly less bitter maybe, but for being a kind of an aged, fruited hoppy beer, this has held up super well. And, I mean, you know, you got foam for days on this thing. I'd be interested to see another version of this. And I'd be curious to see what you guys would do if you did a, you know, like version 2.0 of this beer. But I like it. Don't know that I'm going to get my hands on any prickly pears anytime soon, but I like the idea of the fruited pale ale. That's a tasty beer, boys. Smooth. Smooth. The bitterness is there. Doesn't linger super long. Not harsh. It's a well-made beer. Anyway, that's enough of me rambling about your beer. Nate, Brad, legends. You guys are legends as always. Whoa. There's a sneaky kid coming. Do you want to put your face on here?
On what?
Right there. That's pretty good. Alright, you want to say cheers to my friends Nate and Brad? No? All you have to do is say cheers.
Why?
Well, you don't have to. Alright. Cheers, nerds. You want to do?